tech. Oh yeah, everything's recursive, so let me turn this off on my end. I'm still new to this, everyone, so just bear with me. So next step on this one is just walking through things. Hi, my name is Jessica Carrolls. I am also known as Geek Girl Coding. So what I want to do today is, hi. So hi, Monica. So yeah, what we want to do today is walk through on a project, going through and getting the start of a convention website set up. So, for those of you who've ever been to a convention website for things like a gaming convention or whatnot, nope, you're not the only girl around here. And no, you're not, Monica. So, yep. So, what we're going to do today is just start the project. We'll be doing this over in a couple of episodes on getting your WordPress website set up, building a couple of different custom post types using custom fields to be able to link everything together. And then towards the end, we'll start working a little bit on theming there. So for those of you who are interested in supporting me, I do have a Patreon site, patreon.com geekgirlcoding, where you can learn a little bit more about me, what I'm doing, my experience, and see how you can support. Otherwise, if I remember correctly, there is a donate button on here as well. If you only want to do a one-time donation instead of something where you follow along and join our community. So with that, I'm going to take you over to my development environment. I use something called CodeAnywhere. So what this is, it's a portable development environment where you can use for a lot of different things. I'm just going to move over to my project. Bear with me here, people. All right, so we're going to switch projects over to my live stream tutorials area. Now, first things first, and this is the great thing about CodeAnywhere, is you're able to build development environments from scratch. So let me just go ahead and pop up this window so I have this in case someone decides they want to chat with us as we go along. So back over here on the connection wizard, what I'm going to do here is convention website. It's late. And the great thing is I can now decide what development stack I want to use here. So let's say I want to do something with WordPress. Again, CodeAnywhere for $7 a month is pretty cool. And then you can also use this wherever on whatever computer as long as you're able to log in. So I'll just go here with this setup and click create. And it's going to take a few moments to deploy. So let me go ahead and get this layout set up. I am totally butterfingers today when it gets everything handled. Yep, where did the chat screen go? Is this similar to C9? I'm not familiar with C9. So I am not quite certain. Cloud editor. Okay. So yes, it is a cloud editor of its own type. So yep, it is a type of cloud editor. Okay, so for those of you who aren't familiar with how CodeAnywhere works, you set up your container and everything gets splat over here. So it goes through, says everything that you need to get set up. It gives you all your links, and if you close it out, one of the cool things is you can get the little info screen to roll this all back up. If you ever want to do any database geekery, it's user. It's actually root without password is what you need, and your PHP MyAdmin console is through that link. So all the awesomeness here, and then they give you the different options if you want socket layer or not. So we are not doing socket layer, so we're just going to use this one here. And what we're going to do is just pop open a window, and it's going to get this all set up for us. So we don't have to worry about a database. It gets that all taken care of. and I'm going to do bad security measures because this is a test site. And I'm just going to go with admin and admin. Now WordPress gets all mean on you if you decide you want to do that, and we don't have to worry about emails. And we're going to do test convention site. And it's not needed, but we'll just say we're not going to let search engines index this site. So we're going to go ahead, log in, admin, admin, cross our fingers that this works, and it does. So we're not going to save this because that's bad security practice again. And looks like WordPress is available, so please update now. So we will go ahead and update this thing. All right, so everything is taken care of, which now brings up the question of, well, how do we go ahead and build a custom plugin? So great thing about WordPress is that they have so much documentation in order to get that taken care of. So let's walk through and on this one. So create a plugin, and what we're going to do is go back over to the code. You're going to want to put your plugins in WP content, not in themes and plugin. And then this is where all your directories and stuff is. So we're going to go ahead and do folder, convention, data, or convention, content types. And while that's all going through, then what you do is blah, blah, blah. Okay, you choose a unique name. Awesome. And it goes through everything on here. So what we are going to do, hold on. Say hi to Pirate, everyone. He decided he wanted to try and troll our thing. So what we're going to do here is blah, blah, blah. And this is where sometimes going through and looking at what other plugins have done can help with this as well. So if you want to take a peek at Kismet just to you, so this gives you an idea of what you need. So what we are going to do is just steal that code here. Go convention content types.php. And remember to turn that on. Now what we are going to do is everything here. Convention. We're going to do geekgirlcoding.com. And what we are going to do is walk through here. Hello, BP Shanyak. Did I get that pronounced correctly? Awesome, more people showing up here. Alright, we're just going to copy and paste this. And then text domain. Now this is one word, so occasionally if it hooks in, you're going to want to have this set up correctly. So we're going to get that all taken care of now. We can save this. Now one thing you're going to want to do, and they talk about this here, is you want to put this in here, and as it says, it blocks people from directly accessing this. So we're going to go ahead and get that taken care of here. And then if you want to host this on third-party site, you should have a README thing. And we're not going to do that because this is our own little custom thing that we are building. So we've gotten that taken care of. Again, I'm going to go ahead and save this. And I think at this point, if we go to plugins, it may be visible. So there you go. It is visible here. And if you go through and you hover over, you should see, for instance, my website where it says view plugin site. It goes there, and that again corresponds over to our author URI and the plugin URI. So if I wanted to go and put a different thing here where it says for the plugin URI, that is going to affect where it says visit plugin site. So that's the first part on this, and it looks like we've gotten that taken care of. All right, so the next step is we're going to want to look at building those custom content types. So that is where this comes into play. Again, WordPress is awesome. You can find a lot of what you're looking for on the WordPress site. So what we are going to do here is we are going to copy and paste this over because, again, we have some templates. So we're going to go back over, and somewhere amidst here is my code. There it is. So what we are going to do is be a good commenter and put this here. And one of the things we're going to want to do is change the name on this one in case we have future plugins that are going to do the same thing but for different features. So create convention post types is probably what I would do. And then we will go ahead and actually put the types. So we have that. And comment here. And param. And I usually would just put like param and none on there, or param and respond, just so I know what is going in and what's going out. You don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want to customize the code. Just remember that if you look at this at 10 p.m. at night or 6 months down the road, you may not be able to read what you wrote a while ago. So good commenting is always a good thing to help with this. So first things first, what we are going to do is build out a couple of different post types. So if you think about a convention website, you're going to have a couple of different things that are out there. You're going to have the actual events. You may have partners or businesses that are sponsoring the event. You may actually have individual guests of honor or speakers. And then also you may have different ticket types. So those are things you're going to want to think about when it comes to building that site. So what I am going to do is build out all 4 of those. So first things first, I'm going to do the events. And what you want to do is just make it easy for yourself. So for instance, convention event. And now they're going to ask you for this. So we'll just say events, and then singular is eventa. Public and has archives, so we will deal with that later on if we need to. Next thing we're going to do is partners. Hold on. See who the heck that is who's decided to put a bad joke here. Nope. I don't even know how to never mind the person who made the bad joke on my feed. I'll figure out how to moderate it later. I'm more focused on getting this taken care of. So convention, partners. And we'll just do partners and sponsors. Yeah, we do ignore. Okay, that's fine. Partner sponsor. So we got that. And then the next one here is going to be guests of honor. And try to have the same naming convention. So if you're doing singular on one, have it be singular for all. Otherwise, you'll be trying to figure out references and you'll wonder why it's not working. So, guest of honor, in this case, guests and guest. So we have that. And then last but not least, ticket type. And we'll go ahead here. And the reason we're doing this instead of using a shopping cart sort of program is in this situation that the person that I had worked with on this original project was using Eventbrite for registration. So if you have a third party event registration platform, you're not going to want to build out anything that hooks into a shopping cart. Going through and having something that breaks out the details of the different type of tickets is probably going to be fine. In a future project, I can walk through a little bit more on exploring the different shopping cart sites that are out there and potentially even building out the shopping cart feature for an event platform. But for now, we're just going to go and just make a custom type for tickets. All right. So we have everything saved. Now again, what you can do in custom post type, there's a couple of things I think about. Where's slug? And so right now we have slug. So this is something you are going to want to deal with. So we'll just go through on all of these and just say after has archive, slug, and then over here events, and then partners, and then over here what we are going to do is guests, and then last but not least here we are going to do tickets. And we are going to save this again. Now there are what we are going to do next is we are going to activate this and cross our fingers to see that this worked. Because you never know. Like something like this happens. And then you're wondering what exactly happened. It's output. Okay, try deactivating this plugin. So between events and events, something happened here. And this is why we don't normally code at 10 o'clock at night. Alright, so events and event. Alright. And let's see here what exactly happened. Okay, I think I might have known. So we're gonna go ahead, go back to custom post types and where you walk through everything. So that worked. And actually, I should have learned you do one at a time just to make sure you didn't break it the first time around. And we're just going to hide this just in case that did it. And click refresh now that this saved. So it is something over there, because what's happening is at this point, this is what's causing the issue. So we will go ahead, let's see what happens if I comment that out. And this is how you debug things sometimes, is just commenting lines out and seeing what happens. Or seeing that something is hidden here. So what we are going to do, and this is where debugging tools can come into play, is seeing what exactly is getting rendered here. And hide this. So something is printing this here. Okay. That is strange. Because it should not be doing that. You know what? I am going to go through and just pop over to where I've actually built this out and see what exactly happened. So bear with me as I go through and to my normal project site and just pull this up here. So under WordPress and WP content. And of course it's not working. Oh, that WP content. Again, don't code at 10 o'clock normally, but felt like it tonight. And where was it? I am just going to copy this over and see what happened. Okay, back over here, convention type. Actually, let's go ahead and save this and see if that fixes it. Huh. This is when now you get to see the joys that happen when you're going through and debugging your own code. I'm wondering why it did not. Let's see here. So what you're going to do is this is where Google comes to help. That ain't working, so we're just going to go back over here. So register post type. Da, da, da. So looks like it should work, but it's not. So what we are going to do is see why it is not. So if I go through and do this, then it's a question of, well, what exactly is going to happen? Doesn't post anything. Okay, so what I'm going to do, rather than keep everyone here going, what the heck's going on, I'm going to go through and figure out what exactly happened, debug it, and then what we'll do is next time around when I load this up, I'll walk through, here's exactly what happened, so don't do what I did, and then we'll be able to move forward from this. So thanks you for everyone who has joined up today. Don't forget to follow my channel. That way you'll be able to find out when I'm logged in again and figured out this this problem and be able to move forward from it. And then again, if you're not already on my Facebook feed, go ahead and like me on Facebook. All my links and stuff are on my profile. So with that, hope you have a good night. I'm going to go see what exactly happens that's causing this code error here, because it didn't happen the last time I worked on it. So again, I will figure this out and then we'll be able to talk later.